Okay, so today I'm making a video about the Olympics. So we've had some Olympics going on all the way from 23rd to today, and it just ended today. And just as you can see, there are some gold medals won. We've had China having more gold medals ahead of the US. So I want to try and look at the Tokyo Olympic, and compare it to the one that happened 5 years ago. That was the Rio 2016 Olympic. So first of all, I want just to use Twitter as my source of data. So I want to check the sentiments. We've had a lot of things happening. We've had COVID. So I want just to see, are people happy about the Olympics going on, or are people sad about it? So, and is there any change apart from what had happened like 5 years ago? So remember, we're in 2021, but the Olympic that was going on was for 2020. It was just postponed. It was supposed to happen in 2020, but because of the COVID situation, it has happened this year. So first of all, my first highlight is to follow the hashtag Tokyo 2020. So my quick search is telling me that the hashtag that was used 5 years ago was hashtag Rio 2016. So I want to grab like a sample of 1,000 tweets that used the hashtag 2020, and I want to see the sentiments around the tweets. Are people neutral? Are people happy? Or are people negative? And I want to see some of the commonly used words to see how well did people perform. What were the words? Was there anything wrong? Was there anything positive? So let's see what we have. So these are the tidy text. I'll use it to clean my data. R-tweet is one I want to use to access the tweets. Then tdivers, as usual, I'm going to use it to clean my data as well. So first of all, for me to access the data set, I must have a tool, or I must have a developer page. So this is the developer page that I created. So you just go to apps.twitter and you'll see the developer window. So this is one of my applications. So it's for this account. So just as you can see, the account is about stocks as well. So I have credible and really good predictions there as well. Just as you can see, we have some predictions for those who are doing stock trading. So you can get highlights from here as well. But let's go to what we are doing today. So you can see the application name. So first of all, let me create a token that enables me to access the dataset. So the authentication has been done. So I'll start by searching tweets for Tokyo 2020. Then later on, I'll move to Rio 2016. So it is requesting token on behalf of the user, which is me. So I'll wait until it pops up on another window where I'll put in the passwords to my account. Okay. So the window popping up is this one here. Let me just log in the account so that it's able to access the data. It's just a confirmation to ensure that it's me. So I'll do a quick authentication so that we can proceed with what we are doing. So already it has completed the authentication. So let me just close the page and return to where. So the download is going on. So the download that is taking place right now is for hashtag Tokyo 2020. This is hashtag Tokyo 2020. So it has completed. Let me download Rio 2016 as well. So the download that is going on is for Rio 2016. We are accessing the data 5 years back. Yeah, we had the competition in Brazil then, the Olympic competition. It happened in Brazil in their city, Rio. So the download is complete as well. So I want to select tweets. Yeah, and basically I'm looking at the text. So I'll select for Tokyo and select for Brazil. So the next thing that is happening, I'm cleaning my data set. Yeah. So I'm actually, the first thing that I'm doing is to substitute this kind of thing that comes with the tweets. As you can see, the tweets, it's containing a lot. It's really untidy. You can see its content. It's untidy. So I have to move it in a way that I will be able to use it comfortably. And I'm going to extract more information out of it. So first, I want to remove the symbols on both datasets, both Tokyo and Rio. I'm renaming it to just the way I had selected the text. I had renamed it from Tweets Rio to Tweets Rio 1. So now the first thing is to stem it. What does stemming mean in sentiment analysis? It means we are having the words. So the words in the text, we now need its stem. For example, when I say I am reading, what is the stem of reading? It's simply read. So I'll go to Tokyo. I want to rename it Tokyo stem, as you can see here. So that one stems my Tokyo. So it's now to its Tokyo stem. It has been stemmed. Then I'll stem Rio as well. So now I'll have a look at some of the stemmed words. Yeah. Just as you can see the stem words for Tokyo. The first one was, let me see the stemmed words for Tokyo. The first one was rompiendo. The second one is barreras. The third one is N. The second one is, the fourth one is Rio. Just a callback on what had happened 5 years ago. The fifth one is 2016, then SE. So basically, as you can see these, for example, AN is a joining word. So basically, we've not removed the stop words yet. Let's have a look at what is in Rio. You can see it's actually forecasting it. I think they had announced the Tokyo 2020, just like we know that we will be having Paris 2024. We are going to have a competition in France in 2024. So then we will still do the sentiments that will come up then and see if there's any significant change in it. So basically you can see the forecasting Tokyo 2020, then that was Rio. When we look at, for example, Tokyo, there are also a callback on what had happened on Rio 2016. You can see some of the words. So here is the Tokyo 2020, athletics, marathon, and everything that's going to happen. So people are trying to reposition themselves on what they're going to do. That's why they're listing some of the things that are going to happen, athletics, marathons, and all those. So now let's remove our stop words from the stemmed words. So the first thing is to have our stop words in an anti-join. So then this was for Tokyo. Let me remove for Rio as well. Then I want to look at them without the stop words. So I look at them without the stop words. You can see it's now cleaned. You can see Rompiendo, Barreras, and Rio 2016. That was Tokyo. So I look at this as well. You can see there's some difference that has happened. It's not like before, the way it was here. So here as well, we have the Tokyo 2020 Athletics Marathon, Mass, Podio, Oro. Okay, so now what I want to check is some of the frequent words. I want to look at the top 10 frequent words that were used in the Tokyo 2020. Yeah, so I'll bring up my window close to this place so that my plots will come up. So you can see this is the pane where my objects that are available are appearing. This is the environment section. My plots will appear at this place. So this is my console. This is my script section. This is where I write my codes. So having a look at what happened, the top 10 words in the Tokyo 2020, this is what I'm having. Yeah. So you can see the graph coming up. I'll zoom it so that it's possible to be seen as well. So you can see some of the words that came up for Tokyo 2020. Yeah. Some of the top words had been written in some language. We have HTTPS, Tokyo 2020, and everything coming up. So let's look at Rio. Anything coming up on Rio 2020? Okay, let's look at it. Yeah. So this is what happened. Just as like you can see Rio 2020 just coming up. We have the Olympic, the Tokyo 2020 also, people were looking forward to it. Yeah. So now I want to look at how well people are happy and how well people are sad. So I want to get the sentiments, but on Bing, we have a lot of approach of getting the sentiments. We have the affine and everything. So let me look at the Bing, then the affine. I'm just setting them first. So the first thing I'm going to do here, I want to look at some of the sentiments for Tokyo using the Bing approach. Yeah. So out of the tweets for the Tokyo, we have some of the top words that were positive. We have negative as well. You can see we have gold. This is something to do with the medal, the best medal that is being won. You can see it had appeared 52 times in the tweets. You can see the word congratulations appeared 30 times in the tweet. You can see the word proud appeared 16 times. This is to mean people were really happy with what happened. You can see the word wins. Countries are happy. They won a lot of medals. For example, China, America, and the Great Britain, they won a lot of medals, especially the gold medal. Yeah. What I know so far right now is that China is ahead of USA with only 2 gold medals. So you can see wins appearing as well, then win also as well, winning as well, salute, won, and the bless also appearing. So what is negative is the pan. This is the only thing that appeared negative. So let's check on what had appeared in the Rio de Janeiro. So when we had the Olympic 5 years ago, that was 2016, these are some of these were some. So in this category, we have only one negative word, that is pan. So let's see for this case. Gold appeared 86 times. For this time, it appeared 52 times, to mean it has appeared less over the years compared to how it appeared in 2016. Does that one mean a change? Okay, we'll see. Win appeared 41 times. Last time we had congratulations, and win appeared 8 and 11 times. Does this mean that these last time people were more happy? People won. Proud appeared 21 times last time. This time, proud appeared 16 times. Does that one mean a change? Last time 21, this time proud appeared 16. Does that one mean a change? We will see under the sentiment scores. We will see if there's any change. Top did not appear last time, it appeared this time. Congratulations appeared 15 times last time. Okay, this time round, congratulations appeared 30 times. So does it mean that last time when we had the Olympics, or those who are spectating the teams on Twitter, most of them did not win the medals? Does it mean so? And this time round they won and they were congratulating their teammates? Yeah. See, the word winning appeared 11 times last time. This time round it appeared 6 times. Does it mean anything? Okay, the first negative word last time was seen. This time we do not have seen. Yeah. So having a look at some of the words that appeared last time and this time. Okay, it's good if we start to group the sentiments, yeah, so that we are able to draw a graph for the words and how they appeared. So I want to draw a graph. I want to use a ggplot to package to draw this graph. I want to draw a graph on the words and the number of times they appear, and they'll be grouped according to the sentiments. Yeah. So let's see. That was Tokyo. Let's see its graph compared to this time round. Let's see its graph compared to this time round. So this was Tokyo on both negative and positive. So starting with the negative side, for Tokyo 2020, we have Pan. Seen also appeared, but this time round it appeared less compared to 2016 when the Olympics were in Rio. It appeared more times, and actually it was the most frequent negative word in the tweets. Limited word appeared also. So you can see the word die. So I think some of the people maybe lost their lives or maybe lost. So we have such things. So this is about the Tokyo 2020. We'll have a look. So you can see some of the most positive words: super, extraordinary, champion, amazing, top, winner, bless, live, won, winning, win, wins, proud, congratulations, gold. All these appeared in Tokyo 2020. Let's look at Tokyo. Let's look at Rio 2016 or Brazil 2016. Okay. Let's look at Brazil 2016, the graph, if it will be any different. Then after that, this is a look at some of the words, how they appeared, how different they are. So let's look at these and how it is different to the last. You can see this is a Rio 2016. See the word seen appeared first. Yeah. So the word incredible appeared as well in Tokyo 2020, which just concluded today. It appeared once. Also, not only once, it appeared also, but it appeared also last time. Congratulations. These are some of the words. Okay, let's look at some of the negative words that appeared in Rio 2016. Yeah. So I can see something like a virus in Rio 2016. I don't know how that one came. Seen, lost, missed, miss, hard, losses, losing, propaganda, heartbreaking, disappointment, failed, crazy, brutal attacks. So there are a lot of negative, but in terms of counts, they were minimal. We had minimal counts for the Rio 2019. So this is as far as the word counts on most of the positive and some of the negative and how they appeared. So the word lost, this is to mean some group went to share their disappointment or to tell how they had lost in the Rio 2016. So let me just recap on the Tokyo 2020. So you can see a lot of negative words did not appear this time around, including virus did not appear. But we have a very negative word like die. Yeah, it appeared this time, of which I'm sure it did not appear last time. We do not have die. Yeah, so that is something to be looked at. Yeah. So apart from that, what we can look at the Tokyo 2020, you can see these are a bit less compared to the Rio 2019, which they are actually more. Yeah, they are more. The positives are, so in terms of the counts, which is this scale, or you'll tell me that, for example, gold appeared more than 80 times, but you see some of these negative words almost tied last time. They almost tied in the Rio. So we had a lot of negative words used in the Rio 2016 compared to this time round. But again, when you look at the positive words and how they were used in Rio 2016, you will see that we have a drop in the count. We have a drop in the count, yeah, of those words in Tokyo 2020. So let's look at another different approach. And in this approach, we want to look at the sentiment score just to quantify further. So we're making a function. This is a function that first of all will clean up the text. Yeah. After cleaning the text, it will pick the negative and the positive. Then we will compute its sentiment score. Then after that, we also categorize its type. Yeah. So that we get the sentiment score, its type, and it cleaned properly, removing, substituting all these, removing the HTTP, and also stripping the words to, and also removing the stop words, getting the sentiments with the being, counting the word sentiment and sorting, so that when we have something close to 0, we make it to be something neutral, and we have something greater than 0, we make it positive. So that function, we want to do it directly on our import Tokyo sentiment. So we want to rename it Tokyo sentiment on the Tokyo tweets that we had imported, and the tweets we are getting directly into the text this time around. We are getting directly into the text. When you look at last time, this is what we did. You can see, so last time what we did, we also did the text, but on general, we narrowed down into the words. But this time around, we are simply getting directly to see averagely in each tweet what was the sentiment. Yeah. So in all the tweets, we are taking the text and we look at what was the sentiment. So let me start by Tokyo. We are getting them word by word. But generally in each tweet, we want to see the kind of sentiments that were expressed. So this is the Tokyo. This is the Tokyo running. So I'll make a presentation of these side by side, both for Tokyo and for Rio 2016, so that we see if there's any difference. Yeah. Yeah, so that we see if there's any difference at all. So that is a look into sentiment analysis using R with what is happening currently, that is the Olympic 2020. And we are comparing it a step back with the last Olympic that was Rio 2016, that happened 5 years back. So we've actually observed some of the differences, some things that happened. We've noticed that in terms of counts of positive words, we have them reduced in number of counts. But the positive words were more last time compared to now. Then again, we found the negative words were really tying a lot in Rio 2016 compared to this time round. Yeah. Then having a look, okay, let me just explore what is current, the Tokyo 2020. You can see we have very, very few tying negative words. Yeah. People simply expressed themselves like a miss. There was humidity complaint, something was humid. There was guilt. There was a crack bad, yeah, pan. So pan came out really, really. So some of these words appeared in low counts. For example, something like gold appeared in like 55 counts. Last time it was almost 80 something counts. Congratulations was more as well. Yeah. Something like win, won, proud appeared more compared to how it appeared this time round. But basically, these are some of the words that are repeating itself. There was no choice of new set of words. The same words were used to express both a positive attitude and both negative attitude. Maybe there was some change of words. For example, when you look at last time, there was some words like that were included here more than how they've been included this time round. So I'm waiting for this one. So getting the sentiment values is a bit some complex computation, so it's taking a bit of some time. Yeah. So this is all we need to know. So basically we want to compare them really, really well. After getting the values here, the tweets, the counts for all these, both the type, score for each tweet, type, score for each tweet, we want to merge them together, the two frames, so that we are able to plot them side by side. Yeah. So that we compare the score, the kind of competition. We have only two competition. One, we have Tokyo 2020. Another, we have Rio 2016. So we want to compare it side by side so that it is clear and open, so that we can see more openly any sort of difference out of it. Yeah. So basically, what we can do here again is to check on the type part. So you can see we're also looking at the type. Yeah. Okay. So these are some of the things that we are taking count of: the score, the type, the score type for each and every tweet across. So we have over 1,000 tweets that we are streaming through over, and a tweet cannot contain just one word. So we are taking count of each so that we use them to compute this one. So now, after finishing with that, we want to create one data frame containing the Tokyo 2020 as well as Rio 2016. So we want to contain the two hashtag data sources like Tokyo 2020, Rio 2016 in one data frame so that we're able to plot them side by side. So for example, we are tabling together the competition, the score, and the type out of this competition, score, and the type. Then now let's have a look at the data frame. So you can see we have both Tokyo in here. So we have more rows in here. So we can plot them so that we have a look at them. So now we want to plot Olympic sentiment. So you want to plot the score against the competition. So you want to fill them by the competition. It can be which competition? Tokyo 2020, it can be Rio 2016. So a graph of these, let's see if we are able to infer more out of it. So we have a graph of it with the two grids. The grids are being separated by the competition. So having a look at these, there's Rio 2016 on this side, then Tokyo 2020 on this side. So just like you can see, most of the tweets, most of the words contained in the tweets were neutral. But we have extreme words that were positive in this case. For example, in the Tokyo 2020, we have very, very extreme words that were very, very positive. But when you compare this scale and this one, you're able to see that, okay, the extremely positive words were more in Rio 2016 compared to Tokyo 2020. The neutral words were more in Tokyo 2020 compared to Rio 2016. We have more neutral words in Tokyo 2020. So then we can say that people were not happy as such in Tokyo 2020. We can conclude that because even when you see these other these stairs around this place, these fair 3 bars, this is around extremely, very, very small score, not extreme like this, but they just, for example, 1, 2, 3, you find that they are not as high compared to this one. So this one tells you that for Tokyo 2020, people were not happy as compared to Rio 2016. So, and again, when you look at the negative side of the score, you find that there were more scores that were negative in Rio 2016 than Tokyo 2020. But this one is to show that many people cheered up Tokyo 2020, but they were neutral. So maybe they had some mixed feeling that maybe we might enjoy, or they were not, they were just indoors, so they were not looking at them really, really clearly. We might enjoy, but it might come with the repercussions, which has not been the case looking at the COVID cases. But again, when you compare this and this, you would say for Rio 2016, we had people who cheered their teams more negatively, or they grieved with them, compared to the Tokyo 2020 this time round, or they were actually silent. Or maybe we can say the time frame of which we are obtaining the data set, we would expect more negative sentiments when we would give it some 3 days later. So maybe we'll wait and see. So for now, thank you for listening to the video. Okay, you can subscribe to the channel for more videos. So meet in my next video. Thank you.